two theorems. Moment area method, it depends on two theorems. First theorem, it is to determine the slope, and the second theorem, it is to determine the deflection. Okay. And the application of this method means for all the competitive examinations, this particular moment area method, conjugate method means unit number 1, it is very much important for your competitive examination point of view. Because for slope and deflection, if you refer any competitive question paper, previous question paper, okay, so you will find one or two MCQs from this particular topic. So think that way. So think after your graduation, what is your interest? Okay. And if you have to pursue your higher study, say ME, MTech in structural engineering, or if you want to go for the competitive examination, then see that syllabus and map the syllabus of your elective. So definitely these units will going to help you in your further. Now this is the MCQ. Two cantilever beam. हे झालं होतं का काल?
No, sir.
No, no? Okay. So two cantilever beams are there, beam A and beam B. It is subjected to the central point load. Okay, central point load. It is on the first cantilever beam at free end, and in second cantilever beam, it is subjected to UDL, total UDL, or the entire span respectively. The ratio of maximum deflection of beam A and B is. Okay. Now we will discuss. Now there are two cantilever beam they have given. So for first cantilever beam, what is the first cantilever beam A? It is subjected to the central point load W. Okay, central point load W. So instead of that central point load, it is the point load at free end. That is the correction in the MCQ. So it is the point load at free end. Point load at free end. Point load at free end. This will be W, this will be L. Then second case, cantilever beam subjected to UDL on entire span. So this will be W. This is cantilever beam A, this is cantilever beam B. Okay. Now tell me, so at this particular first figure and second figure, so at which point maximum deflection will be seen? What is the point of maximum deflection? या फर्स्ट बीम मध्ये कोणता असेल पॉइंट मॅक्झिमम डिफ्लेक्शनचा? Yes, in case of cantilever, deflection will be maximum at which point? At fixed support, at free end?
Free end.
Yes, correct ओंकार, free end. ठीक आहे, काय लक्षात ठेवायचं? in case of cantilever beam, the deflection will be maximum always at free end. Okay, deflection will be maximum always at free end means at this particular case you will get YA, that is the maximum deflection for the first case, and for the second case maximum deflection will be at a point B. Now these are the standard cases. Now here cantilever beam subjected to point load at free end, so the deflection is given by WL cube by 3EI. Standard case, standard formula that we have to remember. WL cube by 3EI, isn't it? WL cube by 3EI. If you don't know the formula, so how to find out this deflection? So draw the BMD using moment area method. If you draw the BMD, so area into the perpendicular distance. Okay, area into the perpendicular distance. This is L. This will be WL. So 1/2 base will be L. 1/2 base into height, isn't it? 1/2 base into height is WL. Height is WL. Height is WL, and the perpendicular distance, that will be 2/3 into L. So what we are getting, that 2 will be cancelled. WL cube by 3. WL cube by 3. Okay, so this is the standard formula we have to remember. And for the UDL, the formula will be, yes, आठवते formula UDL चा, deflection at free end due to UDL on entire span. Anyone? Onkar, Shubham?
WL 4/80 है.
Very good. WL raised to 4 upon
4
8 EI. Very
80
nice.
year.
Yes. Now see the MCQ. See the MCQ. What they have given. Now here, if it is WL raised to 4, if it is WL raised to 4, then this W is nothing but the intensity of UDL. But what they have mentioned, total UDL, total UDL. So that total UDL W, it is nothing but the intensity of UDL into the span WL. So this W you have to replace with this WL. So what we get here, so that will be total load into L cube divided by 8 EI. समजते का बघा? If it is WL raised to 4, then this W will be intensity of UDL. And if you consider the total UDL, so that is nothing but WL. So this L raised to 4 will be reduced to L cube. Now this WL cube, if you take the ratio, so what we get here, so this WL cube by 3 EI divided by WL cube by 8 EI. So if you rearrange this, so what will be the answer? Castle answer among A, B, C, D. This thing divided by this. Okay. WL cube by 3 EI divided by WL cube by 8 EI. So that will be 1/3 divided by 1/8. So if you simplify further, 8 by 3 is the answer. 8 by 3 it is the answer. Okay. 8 by 3 it is the answer, like this. 8 by 3 is the answer. Okay. So likewise, MCQ will be there in your unit test. It will be there for your online examination. It will be there. Yes. A cantilever beam having rectangular section, okay, subjected to the isolated load at its free end. If width of beam is doubled, then deflection of free end will be changed in the ratio of. Yes. Try it. Try kara. Take 1 or 2 minutes. Read the MCQ once again. A cantilever beam rectangular in cross section. Rectangular in cross section. B into D, it is the cross section. Subjected to the isolated load. So consider any isolated load. Say we will consider simple first case, cantilever beam, okay, subjected to point load at free end. याचा फॉर्म्युला आपल्याला माहित आहे, त्यामुळे आपण हे कन्सिडर केलं. ठीक आहे, दिस इज हियर. And the cross section we are having, it is B into D. It is the cross section we are having. If that width of beam is doubled, मग काय होईल? This is the first case. In second case, if the cross section is twice of B into D for same beam, loading same असेल, loading will be also same, just width is doubled. सांगता येईल काय होईल? Okay, I will give again hint. So formula of deflection, it is equal to WL cube divided by 3 EI. In both the cases, formula will be WL cube divided by 3 EI. Yes. Sangata. Now this effect of cross section will change which parameter? क्रॉस सेक्शन जर चेंज झालं तर कोणता पॅरामीटर बदलते सांगा? आयदर W, L, E or I. Yes, I. Very good.
I.
Very good. Now tell me, for first case, very nice. For first case, what is the I, moment of inertia? काय असेल? प्रसाद. आवाज येत नाही प्रसाद. Yes. For first case, B into D cross section, what is the moment of inertia? Rectangular section. Moment of inertia formula. BD cube by 12. Very good. Correct, Adinath. BD cube by 12. बरोबर आहे. BD cube divided by 12. BD cube divided by 12. And what we want? We want the ratio of the first beam deflection to the second. Now the same parameters, that is WL cube, 3E, it will be cancelled. And the ratio we have to consider, that is for 1 by I1 divided by 1 by I2. Now first that I1 will be BDQ by 12, and this for second case. Second case काय आहे? If the width is doubled. Now this, if the width is doubled, in that case, what will be the moment of inertia for this cross section? Twice of B into D. काय असेल? कोण सांगेल? For B into D, it is BD cube by 12. Correct. So for twice of B into D,
2BD cube by 12.
very good. 2B into D cube divided by 12. If you take the ratio of this, so you will get that ratio of the deflection. Okay, means what we have to conclude here for your all the examination point of view, deflection of a beam, it is directly proportional to the rate of loading, then directly proportional to the length. If it is UDL, it depends on L raised to 4. If it is a point load, it is directly proportional to L cube. It is inversely proportional to modulus of elasticity. It is inversely proportional to moment of inertia, that is your width as well as the depth. Okay, so these are the points we have to remember. Now see here, BD cube by 12. So again, deflection, it is inversely proportional to the moment of inertia. So after this simplification, so what we are getting? So for second cross section, twice of B into D, it is 1/2 of the first case. 1/2 of the first case. Okay. So the correct answer is option C. Now these are the MCQs. Such type of MCQs will be there for your online examination as well as your unit test. Okay. Now the second part. So any doubt in the first part? Yes, any doubt up till now? Doubt असेल तर विचारा. So again we will quick revise. So what you have studied, we have studied the moment area method to get the slope and deflection. Okay, at a definite point. Now moment area method, moment area method. So what is the advantage of this moment area method, or where we can apply this moment area method? When you have to apply this moment area method? So when the beam is cantilever beam, simply supported beam, or overhanging beam. So we can say in short, if the beam is determinate beam, if the beam is determinate as well as indeterminate, having dash loading. Yes, the beam is determinate as well as indeterminate, having dash loading. Option A, regular loading, standard loading. Option C, irregular loading. Option D, 1 and 2. Yes, we can apply moment area method for the loading which are regular loading, standard loading, for which we know the what is the nature of BMD. That's a BMD's nature आपल्याला माहित आहे. Either it will be triangle, or it will be rectangle, or it is the parabolic complement, or it is hyperbolic complement. Likewise, if the BMD is standard regular diagram, trapezium असेल, rectangle असेल, triangle असेल, parabolic curve असेल. So for that regular loading diagram, we can apply moment area method. We will get the deflection at a point. Now where we are getting the deflection? We are getting the deflection at a point, at a certain point, at a certain distance from the either support, either from left support or the right support. At that point we are getting the deflection. Okay, then the moment area method, it is not suitable for the irregular loading. Suppose simply supported beam is there, and if it is subjected to certain irregular loading like this, triangular loading is there, trapezium type of loading is there, so it is not suitable. It is suitable for only regular loading. Okay, then we have seen the two theorems, moment area theorem number 1, moment area theorem number 2. Now what is the statement, or what is the summary basic of first theorem, moment area theorem number 1? आठवत है? Yes, anyone? First theorem of moment area method. Yes, anyone? First theorem, it is for the slope. Okay, first theorem, it is for the slope, and the second theorem, it is for the deflection. Now if you have to find out the slope, if you have to find out the slope, so what we have to find out? What we have to find out? We have to find out area of M by EI diagram. We have to find out area of M by EI diagram between 2 points. And if we have to find out the deflection, we have to find out moment of the area. Now, what is moment of the area? Area into perpendicular distance about the point where we want the deflection, where we want the deflection. Okay, so these are two theorems and that we have to use to get the slope and deflection. Now, second method, conjugate beam method. Okay, now this is the second chapter or the second method we have to study, that is the conjugate beam method. Now, using this method also, we have to find out slope as well as deflection. Conjugate beam. Okay, conjugate beam method. Now, that moment area method and conjugate beam method, they are likewise similar methods. So small change is there. Now, what is conjugate beam? Now here new concept is, or the new word is there, conjugate beam. Conjugate beam, moment area. So in that moment area, the major part is M by EI diagram. Okay, now here conjugate beam is there. Now what is that conjugate beam? That we will discuss. What is that concept of conjugate beam? What is the concept of that conjugate beam? That we will discuss. Now this conjugate beam, it is the fictitious beam. Okay, conjugate beam काय असतो? This is the fictitious beam, or we can say it is the imaginary beam. It is the imaginary beam having the same length as a real beam. Now there are two concepts. First, it is the real beam. Okay, first it is the real beam, and the second it is the conjugate beam. Okay, second it is the conjugate beam. Now what is real beam? The beam given in the problem or the numerical for which we want to find out the slope and deflection. रिअल बीम काय असेल? म्हणजे प्रॉब्लेम मध्ये जो बीम दिलेला आहे तुम्हाला, सिम्पली सपोर्टेड बीम असेल, कॅन्टिलिव्हर बीम असेल, ओव्हरहँगिंग बीम असेल, ठीक आहे, और फिक्स्ड बीम असेल. द बीम गिवन इन द न्यूमेरिकल फॉर विच वी हॅव टू फाइंड आउट स्लोप एज वेल एज डिफ्लेक्शन. ज्या बीमचा आपल्याला स्लोप डिफ्लेक्शन फाइंड आउट करायचं आहे ऍट सर्टन पॉइंट, that is the real beam. That is the real beam. So in question they may ask, the beam is of 4 meter span, simply supported beam is of 4 meter span. Okay, so that is the real beam. For that beam we want to find out slope and deflection. Okay, but this conjugate beam, it is the imaginary beam, or we can say fictitious beam. Fictitious is nothing but the imaginary, or we can say dummy beam, which has same length as a real beam. Okay, the conjugate beam, it will have the same length, it will have the same length as the real beam. If real beam, it is having the 4 meter span, then conjugate beam, it is also having the length of 4 meter span. Okay, it is the imaginary beam having the same length as the real beam given in the numerical. Okay, then but it is supported and detailed in such a manner that, so what is the change? Imaginary beam ahe, length same ahe as per the given numerical beam, but the supports and the loading is different. If it is supported and loaded such a that, if it is loaded by M by EI diagram, if the conjugate beam, if we change the some supports, and if the loading, if you give the loading of M by EI diagram. Okay, काय केलेला आहे? Imaginary beam आहे, we have to use this conjugate beam for the analysis purpose. That is the first thing. Length same आहे, but supports and the loading, but the support and the loading, it will be somewhat different. If it is supported and loaded such a that, if the loading on that conjugate beam, it is M by EI diagram loading. Okay, BMD as it is आपण loading म्हणून consider केली. तर after this, if you assign some supports, if you assign the loading with respect to the M by EI diagram as a loading, then at a section, shear in the conjugate beam at a section, it is equal to slope of the real beam at that section. Means what? Okay, means in conjugate beam, if you find out shear force, vertical force at any point, you will get the slope in real beam. जसं होतं मोमेंट एरिया मेथड मध्ये काय होतं, फाइंड आउट द एरिया बिटवीन 2 पॉइंट्स अंडर M by EI डायग्राम, वी विल गेट द स्लोप. इथं काय फाइंड आउट करायचंय? हियर वी हॅव टू फाइंड आउट द shear force. Here we have to find out the shear force in conjugate beam at certain point X. Then you will get the slope at that certain point X. Okay, this is for the slope. Then for the deflection, find out bending moment in conjugate beam at a section is equal to corresponding deflection of real beam at that section. In short, find out the shear force, find out the shear force in conjugate beam. Okay, find out the shear force in conjugate beam. You will get the slope. Find out bending moment in conjugate beam. We will get the deflection. Okay, so this is the conjugate beam method, or this is the basic concept of the conjugate beam method. काय आहे? 4 point आहे. First, it is the dummy beam we have to use for the analysis purpose. Okay, this is the dummy beam or the imaginary beam, fictitious beam we have to use for analysis purpose, but length will be same. It is the length will be same as that of the problem given in the numerical 4 meter, 5 meter, etc. Length will be the same, but the supports and loading is different. Suppose in case of the problem, they have given the simply supported beam subjected to UDL on entire span. Now the supports and loading we have to change. Length will be same for conjugate beam, but the supports and loading we have to change. And if the loading, if you apply the loading as M by ER diagram, means if you apply the loading as BMD of that particular beam, simply supported beam subjected to UDL on entire span, BMD will be parabolic curve. Now if you apply the parabola loading on that conjugate beam, then if you find out the shear force at a section, you will get the slope. If you find out the bending moment at a section, you will get the deflection. That's it. And majorly MCQs from this particular method, it will be from these points: conjugate beam properties, then what is the slope, what is the deflection in conjugate beam. Okay, in various examination they have given shear force in conjugate beam at a point is equal to, they will give 4 different options. Slope in a real beam at that particular point, they will mention shear force, they will mention bending moment likewise. So for slope, find out the shear force. For deflection, find out the bending moment. Okay, so this is the basic concept. Now how to apply the support, how to apply the loading, that we will see. Now support conditions, आपण काय म्हणलेलं आहे, इमॅजिनरी बीम आहे, लेंथ सेम असते, लोडिंग असते M by ER diagram, means BMD जी diagram असते ती असते loading. And the supports, now we have to see. So how the support will change? If in the real beam in problem, if the one of the support, it is the hinge support, one of the support, it is the hinge support. So in case of conjugate beam, hinge will remain hinge. Okay, hinge will remain hinge. Hinge support असेल तर तो as it is hinges राहणार, change होणार नाही. Okay, because the support condition will vary from actual beam or real beam to the conjugate beam. If it is hinge, hinge will remain hinge, no any change. त्यामध्ये काही change होणार नाही. Means if the simply supported beam is there, if this support is hinge, in conjugate beam also that support will remain as a hinge only. So at hinge support, we know that theta not equal to 0, deflection is 0. And here shear force reaction will be there, reaction will exist, and the bending moment will be 0. Now how to correlate this? So for slope, we have to find out shear force. For deflection, we have to find out bending moment. Now for simply supported beam at A, theta is not equal to 0, means theta asnar hai, theta do exist there. Similarly, in case of conjugate beam also, if this is the simply supported beam, reaction will be there, RA asnarach ahe, so shear force will do exist. Means if you find out this shear force, you will get the value of slope. If you find out the bending moment at A, you will get the deflection at that particular point. But here at hinge support, slope, deflection will be 0 as well as bending moment will be 0. आणि काय लक्षात ठेवायचं, hinge support will remain hinge in conjugate beam. Okay. Similarly, the roller support will also remains the roller. काही चेंज होणार नाही. म्हणजे सिम्पली सपोर्टेड बीम जर असेल, ओके, सिम्पली सपोर्टेड बीम असेल, हा असेल हिंज आणि हा असेल रोलर. सो कॉन्जुगेट बीम काय असेल याचा, मग हा हिंज सपोर्ट आहे आणि हा रोलर आहे, रियल बीम. दिस इज द रियल बीम. सो व्हॉट अबाउट द कॉन्जुगेट बीम? कॉन्जुगेट बीम काय असेल, सेम असेल की डिफरंट असेल? Yes.
Same.
Same असेल, isn't it? Because hinge support will remain hinge, roller support will remain roller. काही चेंज होणार नाही. हिंज आणि रोलर मध्ये काही चेंज नाही. चेंज कुठं असेल? इफ दिस इज द फ्री एंड, दिस इज द फ्री एंड, कॅन्टिलिव्हर बीम असेल एखादा. आता हा पॉइंट ए आहे, हा काय आहे तुमचा फ्री एंड आहे. सो इफ देर इज अ free end is there, free end in a beam, then that free end will be changes to the fixed support. फ्री एंड असेल तर काय होणार? फिक्स सपोर्ट होणार तिथं. फ्री एंड असेल तर फिक्स्ड होणार. ठीक आहे. and if there is a fixed end in a real beam, रिअल बीम मध्ये म्हणजे प्रॉब्लेम मध्ये जर फिक्स्ड सपोर्ट दिला असेल तर फिक्स सपोर्ट काय चेंज होणार? फ्री होणार. आणि फ्री एंड असेल तर तो होणार फिक्स सपोर्ट. सो दिस इज द चेंज. means in case of cantilever beam, now suppose this is the cantilever beam, real beam आहे हा. This is the actual or real beam. If I have to draw the conjugate beam of this real beam, now this fixed support will change the free. Fixed support काय होणार? फ्री एंड होणार आणि फ्री एंड will changes to the fixed support. असं मिरर इमेज टाइप कॉन्जुगेट बीम तयार होणार इथं. फिक्स सपोर्ट झाला फ्री, फ्री एंड झाला फिक्स्ड. ओके. free end will be fixed and fixed end will be free, vice versa. Okay. So at free end, slope as well as deflection will exist. So similarly at fixed end, shear force and bending moment will exist. Slope is related to the shear force, deflection it is related to the bending moment. In case of real beam, if the slope is 0, okay, so in case of conjugate beam also shear force should be 0. So that is the relation. हे लक्षात राहिलं तर ठीक आहे, नाही लक्षात राहिलं तरी नो इश्यू. आता काय लक्षात ठेवायचं? हिंज हिंजेस राहील, रोलर रोलरच असेल, फ्री एंड असेल तर फिक्स्ड होणार, फिक्स्ड असेल तर फ्री होणार, व्हाईस वर्सा. ओके. नेक्स्ट इंटेरियर हिंज. ओके. इंटेरियर हिंज जर असेल, इंटरनल हिंज जर असेल, इंटरनल हिंज फॉर अ कंटिन्युअस बीम, इफ देर इज अ इंटरनल हिंज इज देयर, फॉर अ कंटिन्युअस बीम इफ देर इज अ internal hinge is there, in that case in conjugate beam it will be the intermediate support, or we can say continuous support, intermediate support or the continuous support. And if in a real beam, if it is a continuous support or the intermediate support like this, these are the continuous support, these are the continuous supports. Okay, this is the continuous support in a continuous beam. Then in case of conjugate beam, it will be interior hinge or internal hinge. Internal hinge असेल तर intermediate support होणार, intermediate support असेल तर internal hinge होणार. But exam मध्ये there are very less chances that they will ask from this. What they will ask? They will mention in case of conjugate beam or in case of real beam, the support is internal hinge. Then corresponding conjugate beam will have, corresponding conjugate beam will have which support? In that case, interior support or intermediate supports. This is about the how to assign the supports, how supports are changing. That is the point. Now we will see the examples how beams will change. Now first, if this is the cantilever beam, this is the free end, this is the fixed end. So free end it will become fixed and fixed end will become free. So this is the real beam, this is the conjugate beam. See the diagram, real beam and conjugate beam. Free end झाला fixed, fixed end झाला free. Then simply supported beam, simply supported beam. Okay, or both the supports are hinge here. So conjugate beam also both the supports are hinge, because hinge will remain hinge, roller will remain roller. Third case, simply supported beam. This is simply supported beam. Hinge support and roller support. No any change. Hinge will remain hinge, roller will remain roller. Now see here, this is the this particular beam. So this is fixed support. Fix will be free. This is the internal hinge. Internal hinge will changes to intermediate support B, and the roller will remain roller. Roller will remain roller. Now here hinge will remain hinge. Internal hinge will changes to intermediate support. Again roller will remain roller and hinge will remain hinge as it is. Now these are some examples of real beam and the conjugate beam. Real beam and conjugate beam. Okay. Now next point, it is about the property of the conjugate beam, properties of the conjugate beam. So before that I will give one real beam. So for that real beam, what will be the conjugate beam? You tell me. This is the intermediate support. This is the internal hinge. And this is the roller support. Okay, this is the roller support. So what is the conjugate beam here? Suppose this is A, this is B, this is C, this is D. Yes. Now tell me, support A changes to support A काय होईल?
Free.
Free. Correct. It
Free
will
end.
be very good. This will be free end. Intermediate support B.
Interior hinge.
Yes, internal hinge. Very good. Internal hinge at C will changes to.
Interior
Intermediate
support.
support.
Very good. Intermediate support or interior support. Correct. And roller support at D changes to.
Same type.
Same.
Same
Correct.
time.
Correct. Correct. Roller will remain roller. Now this is the real beam. Okay. And this is the conjugate beam. So for your unit test, so likewise questions will be there. Real beam, conjugate beam, you have to match the pair, or they will give diagram of real beam and 4 different options of conjugate beam. And we have to perform the analysis of conjugate beam. Definitely we have to find out. इथं काय करायचं लक्ष द्या. आपल्याला रिअल बीम मध्ये स्लोप डिफ्लेक्शन फाइंड आउट करायचं आहे. वाय आणि थीटा आपल्याला कुठं फाइंड आउट करायचं आहे? रिअल बीम मध्ये. पण ते फाइंड आउट करताना आपल्याला अनालिसिस कशाचं करायचं आहे? कॉन्जुगेट बीमचं अनालिसिस करायचं आहे. We have to perform the analysis of conjugate beam to get the slope and deflection of real beam. Okay. Now we will see the properties. So what are the properties? Means how to apply the loading. Loading will be upward or downward. How to assign the supports, that we will see. So length of conjugate beam is always equal to the length of actual beam. Okay. Length of conjugate beam, it is always equal to length of actual beam. Means actual beam is nothing but the real beam. A cantilever beam is given subjected to certain loading conditions having 4 meter span. Now if you have to draw the conjugate beam of this, fixed will become free and free will become fixed. So that conjugate beam, it will also have the same length. Length same असणार आहे. 4 meter for real beam, 4 meter for conjugate beam. Length will be same as per the given problem, as per the given in the numerical or problem. Okay. Second point, sagging bending moment of real beam gives positive M by EI diagram, and hogging bending moment for real beam gives negative M by EI diagram. I will explain in detail. Now tell me, sagging bending moment of for which kind of beam we are getting the sagging bending moment? Means BMD, sagging BMD कोणत्या beam मध्ये येते? Sagging BMD. So this is the sagging na. This is the sagging. Yes, sagging bending moment. Positive, positive. This is the sagging bending moment. Sagging bending moment is positive. Like this. This is the sagging. Okay. कसं लक्षात ठेवायचं? Happy face is the sagging. Happy face is the sagging. Means for the left portion, clockwise movement positive. For the right portion, anti-clockwise movement positive. That is the sagging. हे कशात असतं? Simply supported beam. In case of simply supported beam, BMD will be sagging. Simply supported beam just in case of simply supported beam, bending moment will be sagging. Bending moment will be sagging. Happy face. Okay. Happy face is the sagging. Like this. This is the sagging. This is the movement. This is the movement. This is the clockwise. This is the anti-clockwise. Left portion, right portion. Happy face is the sagging. So means in case of simply supported beam, in case of simply supported beam, M by EI diagram will be positive. Positive means above the reference line. Positive. Okay. Positive. In case of sagging means simply supported beam. And in case of hogging bending moment, now hogging bending moment will be there in which kind of beam? Yes. Kuta असेल मग hogging bending moment? Yes. सांगता येईल? Hogging bending moment. Sagging, it if it is for the simply supported beam, Then hogging bending moment, it will be for this is the hogging bending moment. Sad face is the hogging. Okay, sad face, it is the hogging, and it will see in cantilever beam, cantilever beam, cantilever beam. In case of cantilever beam, bending moment will be hogging. Means what? It will be like this. It will be like this. For left portion, anti-clockwise is negative. For right portion, clockwise is negative or positive. You can say here it will be positive. For hogging, this will be positive. Both will be positive. Hogging bending moment. Okay. But the nature will be total nature of hogging bending moment we are considering as a negative. Considering as a negative. Okay. Hogging bending moment will be negative. Example, cantilever beam. लक्षात काय ठेवायचं आहे? In case of simply supported beam, BMD diagram will be positive. In case of cantilever beam, BMD diagram will be negative. एवढं लक्षात ठेवलं तरी sufficient आहे. Simply supported beam, positive BMD, cantilever beam, negative BMD. That's it. And if the BMD is positive, then loading will be upward. Okay. Positive diagram means upward loading. Positive diagram means upward loading for conjugate beam, and negative diagram of M by EI, it will be downward loading. Means in case of simply supported beam, again I will simplify. In case of simply supported beam, M by EI diagram loading, it will be upward. Simply supported beam साठी upward loading असेल. And in case of cantilever beam, the loading will be downward. Cantilever beam साठी loading असेल downward. ठीक आहे. Sagging bending moment means positive bending moment. Simply supported beam, loading will be upward. Hogging bending moment, cantilever beam, negative bending moment, loading will be downward. Loading downward consider करायचे आहे. Length same असेल, support कसे चेंज होतात ते आपण बघितलं. Hinge will hinge, roller will roller, fix will become free, free will become fix. Likewise. Then positive shear force for a conjugate beam means anti-clockwise rotation. Okay, positive shear force, if you are getting positive 10 kilonewton, so it indicates anti-clockwise slope. Anti-clockwise rotation means anti-clockwise slope. Okay, and vice versa. If you are getting negative shear force, the slope will be clockwise. Then positive bending moment means upward deflection. Negative bending moment means downward deflection, because we know that shear force, it is for the slope, bending moment, it is for the deflection. If this bending moment is negative, deflection